Karen, and I'm back with another design team project for AngeldreamCraftsKim on Etsy. And this is my last project for the month of June. And I decided to make a banner with the beautiful fabric that she had sent in our design team package with the teapots and the cups on it and the gorgeous roses. And I used laces and trims all from my design team package. And I made some flowers that Roseanne from Roxy Fiber Art made in a video in May on one of her projects, and I loved that design done with a ribbon, and I made some of those. And then I just decked these little banners out. There's 3 of them in total. They're all joined together at the top with this beautiful trim, and it's very difficult to show. So that's sort of I'll move the camera a little bit here so you can see them, and then what I'm going to do is move the camera down and I'm going to show you them one at a time because they are quite detailed, and I want you to see all the details. So please go over and shop at AngeldreamCraftsKim on Etsy, link in the description box below, and check out all the designers. Their links are below as well. Everyone is creating beautiful and inspiring projects with the absolutely gorgeous trims, laces, blings, and so much more from Kim's shop. So the first banner in this collection of 3 each one is made from the fabric. I can't remember the exact size, but they're a good size banner. It's a good size, and it has this beautiful trim across the top that's from Kim's shop. And what I did to tie it in with the pinks was I took a ribbon that I had from my stash and I wound it through the X's on that goldy colored trim that she'd sent, and then that just shows how easily you can take a trim like that and tie it in. You could have done white, you could have done a darker pink, you could do it whatever color ribbon you want to tie it into your project. There's one of the beautiful flowers that I got, and then I added one of the other flowers. So this is 2 flowers from her shop, the rosette type one, and then one of her chiffon and pearly blingy ones. Some more of that pretty pink pearl trim on the string, and then this is the bottom of one of the laces that I received, the dangle part of it, and I just scrolled it through there. Some daisies and flowers from another trim from her shop. That is one of the flowers that I made, inspired by Roseanne. Hi Roseanne, thank you for the inspiration. And that is with the ribbon that was tied on my package when I got my design team package. And Roseanne shows very clearly how to make them. So there's a link to her channel, of course, below in the list of the designers. It's Roseanne at Roxy Fiber Art. And check for her box that she did in May. And she makes these flowers and shows you how to make them with the ribbon. And then I did a little dangle coming down from there with some of the charms from Kim's shop. I used the little teapot and the teacup and saucer, and then I did some of the ribbon that matches the ribbon I put through here. And then I added a little bit of trim from one of her other laces that I still had little bits of that left from one that she had before. Such a pretty one too. Such a pretty dangle on that. Isn't that so pretty? It's just an example again of the beautiful things that she chooses for the shop. That would be another nice one to get back in, Kim, if you can get your hands on that one, because that is a really unusual, very lovely dangle on that. This is a bling from Kim's shop, and these are some blings from my stash. And then the ribbon and from my stash and some of the bead string hanging down. I've put little loops in the back here that you could hang it from, and then I've looped this through there so that it hangs really nicely down the side when it's hanging on the wall. Down the side is another trim that Kim sent in my design team package that I cut up into pieces, and I added that down the sides, and then I added some little blings in that. It's a really, really pretty trim with lovely detailing and a pretty peachy pink color. And this fabric is so lovely because it has the deep pinks, the lighter pinks, and then the peachy pinks in it as well, and then the white. So there's so many colors that you could that would work well with it. Another rosette with a little bit of a bobble in the center, some leaves off again the one trim that I had in my design team package, a dangle from the dangle trim that was in my design team package, and then this little flower is part of that, but I cut it off and added it here, added a little piece of this one in the center with one of my blings, some of the little leaves from this one as well, just cut off and placed here. I wanted to draw some of the pink to the bottom of the banner as well. Then some little pink flatbacks from my stash that I added here on the bottom of that trim. This is a little piece from the trim that matches the top of this one. And I've pretty much used them all up with the projects that I've done in May and June, but you can see them more clearly in my design team package video that I put out at the beginning of May, or you can check the shop. And there's a little piece of that same one from here. I've just added it at the very bottom to extend that dangle even more. Each one is a little bit different, but they're all sort of cohesive and go together. This is the second one. I cut it out with a little bit of the teapot showing on this one. I used that same trim as across the top all the way along, and with the ribbon added in. And then there's that peachy pink trim again, the same as on the first one, but this time it's at the top. Then another one of her pretty pink trims, and this I just fussy cut out around the little bundles of flowers and used just the one edge of it. So there's still another piece with another bit of edging on it that I can use in another project. And that is a flower from the same trim that has these leaves, and I use that on my wedding dress form as well. And then these are some daisy flowers from one of her other trims. These are some of her little doodad flowers that she had in the shop, and I just had those and I added those there. One of her rosettes and one of her pretty pink centerpiece ones that I had left. And then the trim at the bottom is exactly done the same on each one of them. That is something that is the same throughout all of them. And then in between these two is the dangle again with the pretty trim from Kim's shop and the pretty charms, the teapot and the cup and saucer. So pretty. They're so detailed. There's detail on the teapot itself. I know it's hard to see because of the shine from there. You can see it a bit. There's a bit scrolly. And I think, I have to look closer to see. Yes, that's sort of the tea bag hanging out the top of the teapot there. And then, of course, the teacup. And it has a scrolly design on the saucer. Really pretty. Then across the top of this one is the top off of this trim over here. This is the dangle part of it here, and this is the top part of it here. And I've scrolled that across the top there. I use that so many applications in my projects in May and June. That little piece of that is what forms the top of the bridal dress form. The sides are one of the beautiful netted laces with the lovely detailed stitching on it. And I've just cut, again, just the border off the edge of that and put it down each side. Again, same rosette and flower and pearl string here, and the same pearl string and ribbon hanging down. And then another piece of that beautiful trim in the peachy pink color, and I've just cut it to fit and then scroll up a little bit here, added some of my own flatbacks, rosette with a little bauble in the center, and then some of the leaves or a leaf. Or is there another one there? There is. It was bent backwards. A couple leaves, and then the same dangle piece created with, that's with 1, 2, 3 of her trims, all cut apart and pieced together there to make my own little unique little dangle piece at the end of the banner. And then I think I missed mentioning that there was a second one of the flowers here. So they're at both the joins, and these little collection of flowers are all previous trims from Kim's shop. I keep them all in a separate little container so that when I'm looking for a little piece of something to add to a project, I can go in that little spot and I find, you know, little flowers or little pieces, and then I can add them in. So that's the 3 of them gathered together there as best I can to get it on the screen. I'm going to just maybe raise my camera up again a little bit so you get a nice view of the whole piece. It's really, really pretty, and I'm sure anyone would enjoy it. This will be for sale, and information on that will be in the description box below. If you're interested, you can contact me by my email below. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, I would ask that you please consider doing that. Give me a thumbs up if you can just take a minute to do that. all those things really help my videos reach other people so they can see what I'm up to and be inspired. And that's what I really want to do, is inspire people. I hope to be back with more projects and hopefully eventually get back into doing some tutorials. Life has been really super busy and I haven't had the chance. And I will be going into surgery next month. I have to have one of my knees, a total knee replacement done, and then I have to have a second one done as well. So I am going to be busy doing rehab and that to get over the first one so that I can get lined up and get the second one done. And then my mobility will be much better, as I've been very limited due to my severe arthritis in my knees. But that is something that everyone lives with, certain things, and that's just been mine of late. And crafting is one of the things that I love doing, and it is a huge blessing to me and actually is a better pain reliever than most pain medications. So I'm looking forward to continue doing that. I just won't be able to sit long periods to do it, so I will be doing limited crafting probably over the next 6 to 8 weeks, possibly for 3 months. It depends on how my rehabilitation goes. So I hope to see you back probably in the fall, and I might be posting some videos if I'm able to in between that time. And I hope you all will stay well and healthy and happy and have a wonderful summer, and I will talk to y'all soon, hopefully. Bye.